Morand Industries is in the livestock handling equipment industry, and most of our equipment that we sell is for cattle. We now do a bit of horse equipment in Buffalo, build this equipment in Onaway, Alberta, and we ship all across Western Canada and the U.S. In 1986, my brother-in-law came to me and proposed that we start our business up, and so we started this venture. We both had full-time jobs at that point. We thought we would build these grain drying units in his shop on his acreage there, just a home-based business, and we started building them, and then before you know it, we were so busy that we both ended up quitting our full-time jobs and doing this full-time. When we started our operation, we were just two guys working in a shop, and here we are 17 years later. We're one of the top manufacturers in Canada. We started from a business that, our sales were $4,000 or $5,000 a month, and today, we have to sell $15,000, $20,000 per day to keep our operation going. Like, it's a heck of a difference. We really focus on the livestock handling aspect of equipment. Like, our main target today is the handling facilities. The gates and the panels and bale feeders are really just a minor part of our operation. Our main business is maternity pens, squeeze chutes for cattle and buffalo both.
Let's go and have a look at it.
Our squeeze chute, it just conforms to the animal. Instead of trying to pinch the animal, lift her off her feet, our squeeze chute actually comes around the animal like you grabbing a cup of coffee and holding it tight. We're always looking for new ideas and better ways of building something. We go out to a rancher or a farmer who's using the product, and he says, if you would just add this onto it, it would make it this much easier to do whatever it is he's looking for. And as soon as you see something that will work for you, and you know that it's a simple add-on, the next unit that comes out has got that on it.
For neck injections, just reach there and give them a shot there, right? Yeah,
this last year, I tried to look for something to diversify into. So my sons started building this lawn furniture, and some of it, like the swings and in particular the arbors and the fencing, people are really liking it, and we're really starting to move some of it. To begin with, we started selling door to door, and then we proceeded to go to trade shows. And today, all of our sales is generated through advertising and trade shows. We have a lot of dealer network across northern U.S. and western Canada, all the way to Ontario, actually. And probably about 85–90% of our sales goes through the dealer network, and we cover the other 10% on a retail base.
Alrighty, have a good one.
What we're finding more and more is that we're getting farmers that are selling the product right off their ranch. They turn out to be our best salespeople because they're using the product, they've got it on their farm, they say, look, this is what we do with it. They can take the people out and show it to them, and they're promoting it because they like it. What we found over the last 15 years is the smaller farmer has always been our bigger customers. Bigger farmers, a lot of times they already had the equipment in place because they've been in operation for a lot longer. And the smaller farmers, the guys that got 100 cows and less, and lots of the guys that got 40 and 50 cows, when he comes home to do his livestock handling, he wants to be able to get out there and do it fast, efficient, safely, and having the right equipment there, they can accomplish that. We don't sell our product on cost. We sell it on the quality, on what it can do for you and will do for you. We have gates and panels that start from like $75. Our cattle squeeze is in the range of $3,300. Our maternity pen is a couple grand. The buffalo squeeze is probably our most expensive single piece item at $6,000.
Big part of our cost in doing business is the steel and the labor. The steel, we sell this stuff for between $1.50 and $2 a pound. It costs us, in the neighborhood of 50 cents a pound for the steel itself. Whatever the steel costs, you can almost double that, and that'll be what the labor content is. That leaves you a third left over of our retail price to cover overhead costs, discounts, freight, all those things got to come out of that. Makes our margin awful slim at the end.
Our plans for the future here are to develop a market in the U.S. Right now, we're actually looking for a property in South Dakota that we can expand to, and if we get a yard down there where we can send our inventory, all of a sudden it'll open up a whole new area where we can ship from there to Nebraska and Kansas and these places that right now they seem unrealistic to send from here because of the freight issue, but once it gets there, it's not much closer. Also, by having a yard in that particular area, we just do a little bit of add-ons to our product down there and put a sticker on there called assembled in the U.S. All of a sudden it becomes made in the U.S. to them, and it's just a different attitude towards buying product. When it came to starting up this company, after my brother-in-law Paul came to me and asked if I was interested in becoming partners with him in a small business. We went to the bank in Onaway here that we deal with, and we didn't have no money to put down. We just had our names to sign on the paper, right? And our bank manager, he said business is a level playing field. He says the more money you put in your business, the more chance you have of succeeding. He says the less money, the less chance. He says you guys are down here, you have no chance. You have no chance of succeeding, right? So it was probably one of the things that gave us determination to succeed was the fact that he told us we couldn't do it. And so we really had to prove to him that we could do it. Today we're still here and he's not.